because there's a lot of bases out there, and one of the things that people sometimes, I have sometimes heard is, I'm worried that it's going to have, too wobbly, or there's going to be deflection in the base. And these bases, there's really no deflection when once that's installed and you stand it, whether it's mortar set or set on the pad, there's really no deflection on that pan itself.
Correct. We go through stringent Kohler testing, and there's no flexure. I'd say the one key here is they place the receptor into the stud pocket is to ensure that pan is completely level before proceeding. And if it's not level, again, you can either use that thin set mortar to level it, or we recommend placing a shim underneath the support foot where that subfloor is not flat. These type of wood shims are available usually on the job site. Your crew should have them. If you need to put that under a foot just to make it level, that'll prevent any kind of wobbling. And then our next step is we're going to secure it to the stud pocket, and that's really going to make sure it's not going anywhere.
So what are they doing? I see that they've just pulled out some clips. But what are these?
So these clips are provided. There's 12 in each shower pan. These are plastic attachment clips. So this is what's actually going to secure the shower pan to the stud pocket. Next, we're going to place isolation clips along each stud. He's sliding it in between the tile flange of the receptor and the stud itself. Please note, though, on the receptors, these are tile flanges. Do not drill holes through these tile flanges. That's why we provide the clips, to provide best-in-class, superior water containment. So in each one of the studs, they're going to drill with a galvanized, let's say 1 and 1/8 inch screw. A truss head screw will work just perfectly here. Now you can install our Vicryl walls onto these shower bases. This is called the Medley line. It's a smooth wall set with ample storage. It actually has 6 shelves, or if you prefer 4 shelves with 2 shaving ledges. And the team right now is first installing the one-piece back wall. And the walls themselves actually have a tab and slot, again, error-proof. So it's going to sit the same way on that receptor each time. You don't have to go to stud on this yet. So what it does is it actually, think of it like Legos. It actually has a positive molded tab on the bottom of the wall. The receptors actually have a slot so that it sits one way the same way every single time. You'll know that wall is properly installed because the gap between the wall and the receptor should not be any more than a 32nd of an inch, or 1 credit card gap. So your team can actually put a credit card in there. If it can only accept 1 credit card, it's seated properly on the bases. So that's all we need to do there. The wall will actually stand by itself. Next, we're actually going to connect and install the in walls. So our in walls, real quick, if we could just show everybody, extremely lightweight. So the benefit of Vicryl is that your team can actually unpack it in the garage, walk it through existing doorways, hallways, walk it up to that 2nd story install point, snap it in and go. Extremely lightweight and easy. That's very difficult to remodel a one-piece when there's already walls and studs and whatnot. It also goes direct to stud. So in this application, there is no adhesive, there's no glue of any kind. So it truly is a bath to shower in a day. That homeowner, because there's no caulk in the seams, there's no adhesive of any kind, that homeowner can actually be using that shower or bath shower that same night. As you can also tell, we have if you can move to the side, you can show the tabs and slots. That connects to the bases. And then we have also designed a very robust wall mechanism, interlocking joints between the back wall and the in walls. That ensures a very tight seam. Again, just simple, easy to install. And then last thing I just want to call out is these seams right here are actually water channel management systems. So any water that sprays up there, no caulk is required. No caulk of any kind is required. That will capture the water in a watertight seam and again redirect that moisture all the way back into the basin itself. Cool. So simple installation here. Now we've got the back wall in place. You simply bring it up about 4 to 6 inches above, and you'll connect that ball with that slot in the back wall. Was that quick or what?
That's like insanely fast. I love how you talked about how everything is about redirecting the water back down to down to the base, and the absence of caulks and sealants. So you're not relying on those things that might wear out over time. That everything is mechanical. And right, it's just like if water gets anywhere in that system, it all ends up back down at the pan where it's gonna drain out in the drain. That's pretty slick, and that's super fast. I mean, we just put together a shower in under 15 minutes.
So now we're going to secure the walls to the studs themselves, and we always recommend going from the front to the back. So the nice thing about Vicro 2 is that there's no pre-drilling required. We actually mowed in pre-drilled divots along the nail flange themselves. So you guys are going to actually install on the vertical, each one of the pre-drilled divots, fill each one of those. And then as we go to the top, again, we're going to work from the front to the back. And you only have to install a galvanized truss head screw along each of the studs going horizontal design.
And Dax, the life of this shower now is?
Certainly has a 10-year residential guarantee, 3-year commercial.